Princess Amelia Ravern was about to give birth to a child that was meant to be honoured into this royal family. Her father, mother, brother, and fake lover were supporting her give birth. "Push, my darling, frog breath," her fake lover cried, holding her hand tightly. He was a peasant of sorts, someone her parents disdained, but he was paid in gold by her brother Winzelot, who was Amelia's true lover. It seemed only the most desperate of beggars would dare take on such an offer. Frog breath was skin and bone. He had a black beard, speckled with grey. Amelia and her family were very clean shaven and groomed, unlike Frog breath. King Westward and Queen Simona were most displeased with this news, but felt no choice but to welcome him into the family. But that was all about to change on this cold, stormy night inside Castle Ravern, when the first sight of the to-be-known Ripper of Ravern was witnessed. Everyone, including his mother, cried in horror, for a strange, red and twisted head emerged, with a body irregular and hideously disfigured. It was a sad night for the Ravern family. "It is his fault," King Westward pointed at Frog breath. "Unroyal blood, the filthy inbred who dirtied my daughter," Westward cried, tears soaking his majestic blonde beard. "It is your son's fault, not I," Frog breath screamed over the baby. "His doing it was. I tell thee your son Winzelot and daughter Amelia had incest relations. They paid I many to live out this lie. That thing is not my doing," the peasant roared furiously. "Daughter, is this madness true?" Simona gasped, clutching her chest. "Liar!" Amelia screamed. "Yes, this filthy peasant lies. I would never soil my sister. What is wrong with this man? Only the son of a devil could conjure such a blasphemous story, such as this one," Winzelot roared, pushing Frog breath over. King Westward ordered his armoured guards to take him away. Both Amelia and Winzelot grinned at Frog breath knowingly. He was removed from her bedroom. Now stood the 4 Ravern family members overlooking Amelia's new inbred baby. He was a hollowing sight. They all cried over the poor thing. They still loved this baby, for it was quite healthy, despite its appearance. They did not wish to end him, and named him Vorsen. However, they kept the baby's existence a secret. They feared that those outside the castle walls would judge the Ravern family and say that their blood was spoiled and unworthy, not a good look to the other kingdoms. So they kept him in the underground lair, below the castle, in the darkness, hidden from all but the Raverns. Only them and a select few royalists would tend to that baby. To the public of Village Ravern, King Westward would announce that Amelia's child had died during birth, and so the villagers would mourn. Amelia and Winzelot's taboo relationship was never revealed, not even to their parents. Frog breath was put on trial publicly in front of the whole village. The judges told the villagers of his disgrace and that it was his fault that Amelia's baby had died. For they made up a fictitious story that said he had bad blood and was full of disease. They did not sentence him to death, but to a life of imprisonment in the dungeons of Ravern village, where he would be treated far worse than that of a beggar. It was an unfair twist for a desperate man who needed the gold. Like before, Amelia and Winzelot grinned in delight at his misfortune. Oftentimes throughout his imprisonment, they would pop by just to taunt him and laugh, like an ape at a zoo. He stopped reacting after a year or two, and they left him alone with the rest of Ravern's scum. Little is known of Frog breath now. He could be dead or still alive, going mad in solitude. 20 years passed, and Vorsen was almost forgotten, completely mad in that dark lair, eating rats and other raw meat that the Raverns would often feed him. Some villagers who lived in the castle told stories of a troll or a cyclops beneath them. Not even the new royalists that fed Vorsin knew what he was, for the Raverns never spoke of him and would refuse when asked. It is stories like Vorsin's where these legends of orcs, goblins, trolls and other such beasts stem from, for Vorsin was no mythical monster from a dark fantasy tale. He was human, like you and me, but cursed to be treated unlike one. And when a man is driven mad, where all he knows is cruelty and darkness, with no education or any knowledge of the outside world, then it is no wonder that he would behave more like a beast. Some nights you'd hear his roars, growls and howls beneath the castle. Many thought the castle was haunted too. All sorts of ghastly tales were written about Ravern village throughout the years. It became somewhat of an attraction to many wanderers and knights that ventured through the village. But it was on one unfortunate night, the 31st of October, 113 AD, that Vorsin finally made his escape.